From Sports on 6, Friday Night Fever.
Thank you to the Elkhorn North cheer team for kicking us off tonight. It is Friday Night Fever. Clayton Collier, Mason Kern here with you. Quarterfinal action for football. We also have semifinals down in Lincoln. We'll get to that later. But Mason, we got a lot of great games and a lot on the line here in the high school football state tournament.
Yeah, cold temps did not deter hot football. So a lot of action to get to tonight, and we'll kick this one off.
That we will. 4 games in Class A, 3 in Class B, all in the Omaha Metro. Let's get to Class A right now. We start off with the 4 seed Millard South taking on 5 seed Elkhorn South. The defending champs on a mission to repeat. Jet Tamala bound and determined to get them there. The Alabama commit taking his time in the pocket, airs it downfield. Senior Taurus Rudd there for the grab in tight coverage, no less. 7-0 Millard South, and they are just getting started. Patriots showing off the ground game now. They hand it to Nelson Wheeler, cutting on a dime, finding some space. The Illinois commit gone 42 yards for the touchdown. Millard South wins this one 48-3 to breeze through to the semifinals. Who will they play, Mason?
Westside hosts Kearney in the Class A quarterfinals, picking up with scoreless game in the first quarter. That doesn't last too long. Tay Jenkins gets the handoff. I'm sure you know how this story ends. Gets a block, and it's wide open field ahead of him. Tay hits Pay dirt. That's the first score of the night, makes it 7-0 Westside. Kearney trying to make something happen. Zach Atkinson going deep on second down. Jaden Norman hauls this ball in, earns some tough yards after catch. More than enough for a Bearcat first down, but the drive stalls. Second quarter, Warriors driving now. Braylon Warren chucks it. Look at that throw. Bryson Williams catches in the end zone, makes it 14-0 on the touchdown. They poured on in a 35-7 win. Moving on to the Class A semis.
Papio South hosting the Cinderella of state. That's Millard North. The 11 seed Mustangs upset 6 seed Omaha North last week 30-29. Papio South's Grant Beckenhauer says, hey, clock struck midnight, guys. Devin Cotton end around for the first touchdown of the game. The Titans had a 2-point conversion, make it 8-0. Millard North makes it 8-6. Then Cameron Leggett finding Achille Heath Moody in the end zone for another Mustang touchdown. They take a 14-8 lead. Papio South, they have the answer. His name is Logan Arch, the running back, 75-yard rushing touchdown. Titans retake the lead before half, 15-14. They punch their ticket to the semifinals, defeating Millard North 36-26. Now, will they play 2-seed Creighton Prep or 10-seed Lincoln East next week? Let's find out. The Junior Jays coming off a 31-3 first-round win over Lincoln Southeast. Prep leads 7-0 at the end of the third. Lincoln East Kyle Gamble working his way through traffic. 15-yard pickup gets the Spartans in business. We go to the fourth quarter. They flip the field. 4th and goal for East. Creighton Prep with the red zone stop here at the 4-yard line. Only fitting when they're wearing the black shirts, Mason. The Junior Jays turn to fly. Ben Leslie completing to Brody Austin in the end zone. Creighton Prep takes the lead 14-0. Not bad. A date with Papio South awaits. That's not bad either. Prep holds on to the win 14-6.
In Class B, Bennington at Elkhorn North with a spot in the semifinals up for grabs. The Wolves howling under the waning supermoon. Check that thing out.
Beautiful.
They bite Bennington first after forcing a fumble. Ethan Beachy lobs one to Drew Meyer, who's wide open behind the secondary. He's in for the first score of the game. Wolves lead 7-0. Badgers not bowing down. Nothing open downfield for Ty Bufakeo, so he decides to take it himself. Ties up the game off the QB keeper. Then Bennington goes airborne, deep shot for Jake Russell. He beats his man, gets behind him, and is gone. Badgers take a 14-7 lead off that throw. They're far from done this time. Will Guts shows some real guts on this grab and go. He will not be denied. Neither will the Badgers. They're moving on in a 42-7 win. Elsewhere in Class B, 8-seed Seward takes top-ranked Waverly to overtime. Vikings win it, though, 30-24. York travels to Gretna after an upset win over Scottsbluff in the Panhandle. The Dragons are coming off a huge 1-point upset over 6-seed Norris. Emmett Dirks fakes the handoff and looks downfield for the Dukes. Talon DeHarsh reads the route and jumps the pass for the pick. Doesn't get far, but forces the turnover. That sets up a Gretna scoring drive. Michael Knudsen scans and finds Drew Bolts cutting across the middle. Nobody can catch him. He bolts his way in for the first touchdown. It's 7-0. The Dragons keep soaring. Knudsen hands to Clay Gaithy, who turns it up the middle and powers his way in for 6 more, doubles the lead to 14. And why not take a shot? Knudsen airs one out. Nathan Thielen gets under it for an 80-yard score. Gretna's on to the Class B semis in a 35-21 win. Scott Catholic and Gretna East had the late start. Griffins rolling the Skyhawks 42-14 in the fourth at last check.
To Class C1, Mount Michael trying to take down Wahoo. Now the Warriors topped the Knights 62-21 in the regular season. Knights trying to avoid a repeat. That's Will Schreiber completing to Brady Quinlivan. Completes, but Mount Michael coming up empty. Now this one, the defending state champs, Jace Kaminsky hits Eli Shada, does the rest, breaking off a couple defenders on his way to 6. Wahoo advances in a 55-14 win.
Ashland Greenwood and Syracuse in the 4-5 matchup. Blue Jays have dominated everyone except Wahoo this year. Derek Tonjes is a big reason why. Our latest athlete of the week shows why he's earning the accolades. Fooling the defense all the way on the house call gives AG the lead. More ground game scoring where that came from. Cale Smith alert. He's gone. One of his 4 touchdowns tonight as the Blue Jays rattle off 49 unanswered to win 56-16.
Wahoo and Ashland Greenwood, that's going to be a terrific match. Elsewhere in Class C1 on the other side of the bracket, Sydney beats Fort Calhoun 46-16. Columbus Lakeview shuts out Aurora 45-0. And in C2, Bishop Neumann tops UTAN 30-26. And we go down to D2, Howells Dodge taking down Lawrence Nelson 30-8. This reminder